Welcome back, Indie Warriors. It's me, your gamer girlfriend, here to bring you my review for Moonatic Studios and Maniac Panda Games' newest title, One Last Breath. An eerie puzzle platformer with hidden secrets and terrifying creatures. Did this title bloom into something great, or did it wilt under pressure? Before you head in and find out, you can help our channel grow and blossom by heading on over to our Patreon and unlock some pretty sick perks like early ad-free videos, access to our Discord community and exclusive podcasts, a little shout out at the end of every video we produce, and even some free indie games depending on the tier. At patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. One Last Breath opens as our protagonist Gaia, a powerful being born of Mother Nature, emerges from a cavern to a gorgeous vista of Earth. As we move through the forest we found ourselves in, it's quickly realized that something has gone horribly awry. Mutant creatures stalk the lands, and it's up to Gaia to save the Earth and unlock the mystery of what has befallen our beloved planet. Players will use Gaia's abilities to alter the environment, summon vines, and evade the creatures that plague our once beautiful Earth. Each level is stunningly rendered in 2.5D graphics, accompanied by a symphonic soundtrack that suspends players in a sense of dread throughout gameplay. Like most single-player atmospheric puzzle platformers in this genre, One Last Breath benefits from no dialogue, allowing players to fully immerse themselves in the beautifully crafted yet eerie world around them, and build their own theories based around environmental clues in each level. One Last Breath takes us through a desolate post-apocalyptic city ravaged by Evolife, the evil corporation at the center of this title. You'll make your way from the forest to the city and deep into the laboratory itself. A lot of scenes you navigate remind me of Inside, a 2016 release from Playdead that is a beloved game in this genre, and I think most players who are familiar with the title would agree. It feels familiar. The environments are rich and moody with creepy ambient lighting, and the character designs are really cool. Each variant of the mutants I came across were more spine-chilling than the last, and effectively creepy. Gaia's design was hard to fully appreciate during gameplay, but during cutscenes, the devs gave us a closer view at each of the characters in a hand-painted style that I felt worked really well with the overall vibe of the game. Gameplay overall is pretty straightforward. Gaia will need to evade a variety of puzzles and traps, some really simple to navigate, and others, well, I'll be honest, there's at least 30 minutes of footage cut for time because I was being punished over and over and over again. Seriously, I wish I had recorded my face when I finally realized what I was doing wrong with some of these levels. I'll blame lack of sleep on my lack of skill here, but whew man, what a doozy. A lot of the gameplay comes down to perfect timing, so don't give up. The developers did suggest playing with a controller for an easier experience, but I found a mouse and keyboard also worked just fine. Seasoned platform gamers will probably finish this game a lot faster than I did with 4 hours of gameplay, but a word of warning to you speedrunners. During the course of your playthrough, you'll find these glowing pillars, and you'll have to pull a battery out of them. They're often tucked away, and there's at least one per level. Towards the end of your playthrough, you'll need to have turned off all 10 pillars in order to gain more insight into what happened at Evolife and how these mutants tie into the story. So take your time or be locked out of the laboratory secrets. Although, fret not gamers, at any point during gameplay you can return to the home screen to select a chapter you previously completed, which is super handy for all of you completionists out there. And while, yes, it is very similar to Limbo, Inside, Somerville, and the Little Nightmares series, I do think there's still room to love this title as well. The Flora-themed mechanics and mystery were enough to keep me engaged in the story, and though it does fall squarely within the evil corporation bad theme, it's still really great when I'm not dying over and over again. I found no bugs during my playthrough, although maybe it was just my copy and hopefully is fixed by the full release, but despite being able to choose the language of the signs that appeared in-game, my menu screen remained in Spanish throughout my playthrough. Which wasn't a deal breaker. I was still able to navigate the settings with a little help from Google Translate, and it didn't affect my actual gameplay overall. But I do wonder if it'll get fixed in time for the full release. I'd say One Last Breath easily made my wish list as a fan of those previously mentioned titles. While it doesn't particularly break the mold or reinvent the genre, it's good. I had fun. Sometimes that's all a game needs to be. Overall, it's a hauntingly beautiful experience that I think gamers will love exploring. Gameplay is challenging without being too frustrating, the story is engaging, and the graphics both in-game and during cutscenes were so stunning they took my breath away.